Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, guess what? It's going to be a good morning, which is going to lead to a great day. It's going to be a great day. I hope that you all woke up happy. You know, some people wake up and they just bounce out of bed and they're ready to go. I am not so much one of those people. I gotta have some time to stretch at least once. I gotta get me a big old glass of water, which I've got over here. You know, I'm one of those double-fisted drinkers. I got coffee over here, my water over here. And I just need to sit for at least half an hour. Whether that's sipping on my coffee or playing Farmville on my phone or watching it at one of my shows that I watch or whatever it might look like. I just need that half hour, at least 20 minutes to just let my body wake up, right? But however we manage to have a good morning, look at that lipstick on my cup. Yeah, on lipstick. This is my new color. And so anyway, let's have our first sip of coffee. I have chocolate caramel coffee in my cup this morning. It is really good. That is really good. So this is my newest shade of lipstick. Can't even really tell I've got any on. That's why I bought it. But there it is. But it sure shows up on my cup, doesn't it? It sure does. Well, let's get over here to the chat. I'm going to look over here in my chat. Let's see here. I see Hawkins Family Adventure, one of our members. Good morning. And our member, Lily T. Good morning. There's our member, Ringo and Czar. Good morning. And another member, the Dyson's Crazy Adventure. Good morning. Good morning. Everybody's saying good mornings. There's Alan Schaefer, also a member. Good morning. Y'all are awesome. Now, last week, I gifted 10 memberships. It was the last day of the month, and I just figured out that I could gift memberships. I didn't even know I could do that. I'm behind in the times. And they were expiring that day. So during craft hour, I gifted all 10 of those memberships. And so apparently I get 10 that I can gift a month. So I gifted on Monday Morning Talk, I gifted 5 of those, and then I'll gift 5 more on Friday Night Live this Friday. So if you're wondering what I'm a member, that's what happened. And let's see. Okay, where was I? I don't know. Retirement days. Good morning. Good morning. Comfort foods and more. Now that reminds me, there's 2 things that I love to collect. Okay. And that would be crochet patterns and cookbooks. And I found a cookbook. We're cleaning out. We do this periodically, but we're cleaning out. Either keep it, put it up, or get rid of it. We're doing one of those. And I found a cookbook here that has cooking with broth. So, of course, it has a particular brand on the a name on the cover, but it's cooking with beef broth, chicken broth, that kind of things for flavoring your foods. So I'm going to be looking into that. There's Mobang for Your Bucks, who was also gifted a membership. However, he also is one of our Patreon members. So welcome. Speaking of Mobang for Your Bucks, I saw that he had a premiere this morning. So if you're like me and you missed it live, please go check out his premiere. Let's see. Back to pedaling my bike. All right. Oh no, Sandra with Hawkins and Family Adventures fell asleep with gum in my mouth and woke up with it in my hair. I've done that so many times. Did you get it out? Peanut butter will help get it out. If you take some peanut butter and rub on it, that's how I always got it out of my hair. Oh no, sound issue, crackling sounds. Well, I'm on my iPad. Let's see. How do I leave and come back in without ending it? Let's see what this button does. I'm going to go out and come back in if I can figure out how to do that. I don't know how to go out and come back in on this device. I'm looking. Well, does this make a difference if I unplug it? Did that? And I muted over here. I do not have it pulled up on my phone. All right, let me know if that made a difference. Let's see here. Where was I? Oh, right there. The gum in the hair. All right. Inspired to Wander says, good morning, Ava and chat friends. Good morning. Thank you all so much for being here. Let's see. Lily says, don't worry, we can understand what you're saying. Okay, so I'm scuba diving this morning. It's really pretty down here in this water. I'm about 30 feet down. Let's see. I've kind of lost my place, so if I missed anybody, just say hey again, and I will catch you. Still the same. All right, then I don't know what to do about it. You turn it off and turn it back on. Did that make a difference? Probably not. All right. Well, it is a balmy. What degrees is it outside? Let's check the weather. Let's see what the weather is. Even if we sound like we're scuba diving, it's still a good morning. It is 60 degrees out there right now. Our high is going to be 87. 87. And this is a Wednesday. That means it is a music Wednesday for Doug and I, and with Irish music. And followed by, we made a new plan. So we've redone our schedule. And with me being sick and down for so long, the house chores kind of got out of control. And it's nobody's fault. It just happens. So we actually incorporated cleaning time into cleaning and organizing. And like also right now, like I said, we're going through and putting it up, or keep it, sell it, give it away, whatever. Or put it up, right? Find a place, make sure everything has a place to be besides all of the cabinets. And so far, so good. It's going really good. And yesterday I got my cookware ready. all polished up and ready to do some videos. It's oh darn, I just broke a nail. Well, I don't have very many because I cut them yesterday, but my thumbnails, so I just broke my thumbnail. I got to take care of that or that'll be bothering me the whole time. But so what was I saying? Oh yeah, I got my pots and pans all polished up and ready to do some videos. I don't know what they're called, but I have a set I bought at a thrift store or flea markets. I don't know what you would call it. It was an antique store, but they're not antiques. But they were in one of those booths, but they're not antiques. But I got them all polished up on the outside, so they'll look pretty in the video. And I'm almost ready to start that. So I have probably 50 cookbooks, if not more. And I have a set of cookbooks that I want to order maybe sometime in the next 6 months. They're on my wish list, so I don't forget what they were. Doug's mom has a set of them, and they have really good like home cooking, like home table meals, like your grandma used to make or your mom made. But back when every meal was a homemade meal and delicious and took time to fix, but was kind of the standard norm at that time for them and for our grandparents. And I just call them home meals. It's like home cooking and just a lot of the recipes in there make me think of my grandma. So I'm going to order a set of those. It'll be a while. But I put them in my wish list so I didn't forget about them, because even right now I can't tell you the name of them. And that's why I put them in there, marked them and saved them for later. But so I'm excited about that. Anytime we are cleaning out, and I wouldn't really call it downsizing. I just call it cleaning it out. If we have duplicates of things, then I think I already mentioned I have 2 totes that I'm putting some household things in, like some plates, some little bit of silverware, a few glasses. Any pots and pans that I'm not going to keep will go in these totes. Just little things that if somebody needs it, or somebody gets a first apartment, or a grandkid coming up, or whatever, that we have those things in that tote available for them to have if they would like to do that. I know there's been times people did that for me, and it was fantastic. It was great. And it's not things that are going to be sentimental, keep forever kind of things, but they would be things that would let you save your money or put it elsewhere when you're first starting out. You know how that is. And then the rest of it, we'll either put it up, sell it, give it away, take it to Goodwill or something. But usually that really stresses me out. I don't know why, but it really stresses me out. Usually this time I'm just having fun and getting it done, and it actually feels good. I don't know what has made the difference. I have no idea what's made the difference, but something did, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful to not be stressed out about it, because it needs done. It needs done. Good morning for those just coming in. And I'll get back over here. I'm going to look over here to my chat. Sorry, I sound like a scuba diver. Let's see. I'm scrolling. Okay, so Sandra at Hawkins Family Adventures says it is 97 degrees there. Nice. Inspired to Wander says it got up to 99 yesterday. You know, y'all, I'll keep my 60 degrees in my 87 later today. Um, Debbie F says it's 57 and sunny, going to be 82 degrees. And um, Sandra says we have a room with a bunch of stuff we need to go through. I'm glad I'm not the only one. We do. We had one of those rooms where we just put everything, oh, what do we do with this? I don't know. Put it in here till later. And then pretty soon you got a big stack of stuff you got to go through because either you forgot where you put it or it was out of sight, right? Lily says, I'm happy I'm going to the beach tomorrow. It's supposed to be 100 degrees at home. Oh my gosh. Wow. Comfort foods. Yes. Yes, that's so home meals, comfort foods. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm going to be looking into some desserts too because that also used to be the norm. Grandma's made, the multi-course meal. Um, and there was always dessert of some kind. Always a dessert of some kind. So I think I was on, might have been Facebook, but it was a reel. So it was either Facebook or Instagram. Um, they took a big apple. So I told Doug, I said, it's a big apple. It's not from a bag of little apples, but a big baking apple. Um, and they cored it and they scooped out the insides. So it was like this apple bowl. And then they cooked what they took out. They cooked it in butter and some other stuff. And then they put that back. No, they took a pie crust and they cut it, on the sides they set the apple in the center and they just took like a pizza cutter and cut into the apple. And then they folded that up around the apple and into the inside. So it's like making a pie, except you're just using the whole apple as a whole. And then they took the insides they took out and cooked. They put that back in, and then they put whipped cream on the top. Now I got to tell you, I would be putting vanilla ice cream on the top of that. But it looked really good, so I'd like to try that. And I saved that recipe somewhere. So good luck finding it again, right? But I'm sure I can Google something that would be similar, if not the same. Let's see. Let's get back over here to this chat. There's this rod run coming up, and they're going to the beach in Washington. Really? Yes, you did that. I know you did. I saw it happen. There's a cat on top of my file cabinet. It was not Betty this time. Um, Sandra at Hawkins Family Adventure says the high for today is 97. Lily says it's 63 right now. Brr, right? Debbie says my mom used to subscribe to Taste of Home magazine. It had lots of recipes in there. I buy they'll do a seasonal issue, and I always buy that seasonal issue. And yeah, they have really good recipes in there. Nancy at Inspired to Wander says, I love baked apples. Peach cobbler is also a delicious comfort food. Yes. Oh, I love peach cobbler. Now, my very favorite is blackberry cobbler. Then it would have to be peach cobbler. And then it would be apple pie. Now, when we say cobbler, depending on what generation you're in, you're talking about something different. When I think of cobbler like my grandma's always made. where it's a pie crust on the bottom, your filling, but in a big, big bowl or baking dish, and then crust on the top. And then they usually cut designs into it, and it was really pretty. Nowadays, when the younger generations talk about cobblers, they're talking about the kind where you sprinkle the stuff on the top. Now, don't get me wrong, that's delicious. I love it. But it's not what I think of when I say cobbler. I'm thinking of cobbler like my grandma's made. Um, but I have um, dump cake recipe books, and that's how they do cobblers. Is they do the dump cake, and it is delicious. And I make one once in a while. Um, Apple dumplings. Apple dumplings are so good. My mom used to make blackberry dumplings and apple dumplings. Sandra says I can't do the apple because my husband is allergic to apples. I tend to prefer the peach over the apple, but the apple is Doug's favorite. So we'll be doing a lot of apple stuff. And I appreciate knowing how to cook. That's a skill that a lot of the newer generations don't know, like we used to know and used to do. For instance, I was cooking supper at my mom and dad's one evening, and they wanted. This was years and years ago. My mom had just had a stroke, and my stepdad had shingles. So I was there. I stayed a month and helped them and did the things that they couldn't do during that period of time, which the main thing was cooking and cleaning. And so I was cooking for them, and they wanted pork chops and applesauce. And for them, that meant the pork chops cooked in the pan, and the applesauce in the pan with the pork chops, so that it all blended together and flavored everything up. Well, they didn't have any applesauce in the cupboard, and they live in the country, so it would have taken me an hour to go into town, get it, and be back. Probably an hour and a half. So I just went. I saw they had apples in the cupboard, so I just went and got some apples and cooked them down and made my own applesauce. And it didn't take that long. It didn't take that long at all. And I remember they were very happy that they had the applesauce with their pork chops, but they were like, "You made that?" I'm like, "Yeah, no big deal." Right? But the skill sets are different nowadays, it seems, as far as cooking goes. Now, I'm a big fan of easy foods to fix, fast meals. Um, we things you can heat up in the microwave. We have an air fryer. We have tried to quit frying so many foods. Um, I do still cook in the skillet and pork chops and hamburgers. Um, Last night I used my slow cooker for the first time in I don't even know how long, and I'm trying to take back over the cooking at least half the time. Because poor Doug, he has been doing it all. He's been going to work every day. He gets up at 3 to go to work. He comes home and he's been cooking supper, and he's even doing some laundry. And bless his heart, no complaints at all, because he knew I was down as far in my health. And so I'm trying to take that back over. And so on Mondays, I'm going to cook because I'll cook something in the slow cooker. Monday is our busiest day. It's nonstop from the minute we get up, and I don't go to bed. I literally work one way or the other till 10:30 that night. So yeah, we are also trying to reinstate a meal time. This eating at 8:30, 9:30 business doesn't work well for me because I get reflux during my sleep if I eat and then go to bed. So I got to have some time for my food to digest. So I have set 6 p.m. for our meal time. Now, are we going to be able to stick to that? I don't know, but we've stuck to it all week. That means 2 days in a row, right? Because this is only Wednesday. 2 days in a row, we've stuck to that pretty closely, pretty closely. And we can do it. We can do it. At the very least, we'll be eating earlier than bedtime. I mean, come on. And that's the goal. But, okay, let's see here. Okay, right here. Oh, Debbie F said she's talking to Nancy and she says I went to a private grade school and the moms used to come in to cook lunch for us. They had their specials and one made the best peach cobbler and another one made the best biscuits. I come from a large family, so there were 6 of us and we all had a job. And that was one of my jobs. If there were salad, I was the cheese grater and I was always the biscuit maker. We had biscuits at every meal. That was our bread with our meal. And that was my job. I grated the veggies for the salad, if there was a salad, grate the cucumber and I don't know if grating your vegetables for a salad is still that big of a thing. I mostly see when I'm out and about or even when I fix my own salad, I'm usually slicing and dicing rather than grating. But we used to grate the cucumbers and we used to grate the cheese. Sometimes the lettuce, but it was easier just to chop that with a knife for me anyway. Let's see here. Debbie says, but dump cake is not a cobbler. Well, it is to a lot of people. When they say cobbler, that's what they're talking about. It is delicious, but I agree. When I say cobbler, I'm thinking of my grandma's made. Um, Lily says, I love slow cooker meals, right? So we had, Doug got some pork steak out of the freezer. We love pork steak. When it's on sale, we buy it. And so we got some of that out of the freezer, and I put that in the slow cooker with some potatoes. Oh my gosh, it was so good. It was so good. Debbie says we try to eat between 5 and 6. It works better for my diabetes. Right. And I think it's going to be better for me to be on a schedule. And it will inspire us more to get the cooking done if we're eating earlier as well. Sandra says, I'm the same way. Ava, heartburn in the middle of the night is not fun. No, it is not fun. Nancy says, I could never eat that late at night. Early dinner for me. I like to be in bed on a fairly empty stomach. Yeah, so we've also made a new bedtime right on the schedule. Doug his official bedtime is 9 p.m. Now, he's not the kind of guy, to him, it's like, I don't want to go to bed early. And I'm like, but you're not technically going to bed early because if you get up at 3 in the morning, you need to get enough sleep. So 9 o'clock is going on the schedule for your bedtime. And now we do these things to get ourselves into habits. When it becomes a habit, we won't have a schedule that says these things. It will just be a habit. But we both need that extra reinforcement of seeing it on a list or a schedule, right? And it works for us. So that's what we do. And once it becomes a habit, then I won't be putting that on there anymore. I made a schedule that hangs on the refrigerator that also has my lesson schedule so he knows when people are going to be coming and going. And I have it here on my file cabinet as well so I can see it. And it reminds me, hey, what's for dinner? Because dinner's at 6 o'clock. So it just kicks me into gear. 9 p.m. is still too late for Doug. I know, to get the right amount of sleep. But when he gets home, um, I teach in the afternoons. I teach private music lessons, and him and Buddy actually go to bed. Um, he babysits Buddy for me during that time. They both go to bed and take a nap. So he might get 2 to 3 more hours of sleep during that time. So it works. It works. Good morning, old car junkie. Hello. He is an honorary channel member, and we were just talking about all the gifted memberships we've been doing. And the thing is, with the gifted memberships, we have no control over who gets them. YouTube does it totally randomly. Totally randomly. Let's see. Well, tell you what, I sat here talking, and we haven't even watched a moon video, so let's go watch a moon video. And if the music's too funky because the sound's weird, just turn it down so it doesn't bother you. I don't know what it's going to sound like. But I want to see some moon video, so we're going to get over here. Take a look. I'm going to grab my coffee. Hey, that's a leftover picture from my live. And number 4. Here we go. All right. Get back over here to my other window where I can see my chat. Right there, I think. Yeah. There it is. There it is. Lily says it's also healthier to cook your meals from scratch mostly. Yes, it is. It is. Debbie says my husband is a napper too. Sandra says it's hard to do a dinner schedule because my husband works late on some nights, and that makes a difference, doesn't it? It makes a big difference. Lily says, I love naps. Nancy's got to step away, be brought back. Let's see here. Everybody saying good mornings. I have some more coffee. I've almost drank this whole cup of coffee. I got a nap there. It wasn't in the coffee. He was on the side of my cup. Oh, Sanders, I got to pack for our trip. Woohoo! You have a good time. I know you guys love Rod Run. I'm looking forward to videos too. Let's see here. Let's do some shout outs real quick. So let me get my list over here. So we have TGIF, woohoo, and Mobang for your bucks. And I mentioned he had a premiere before this live that I wasn't able to get to, but I will watch that as soon as I'm done here with this live. Shout out to Doug and Ava's Place, which is where we will be live tomorrow evening, and we'll play some music. Shout out to Van Life Rocks, to Van Life with Gina, Land Cloud Adventures. And over on my Meditations and Relaxation channel, what's it going to be tonight? Let's see what the live is going to be tonight. I always have something to relax or sleep to. And tonight, it is ocean life. So, creatures in the ocean. There's turtles and jellyfish and lots of colorful fish. So, that'll be tonight at bedtime. And shout out to everybody, each one of you, for being here for the live, and for everybody who's going to be watching the replay. We appreciate you all so very, very much. Very much. Okay, Sandra says, I will be live this afternoon. Awesome. I'll be working at some point today, but I'll try to watch for you and be there if I can. Absolutely. Rose Kind, good morning. Rose says, when milking cows, we tried a meal schedule, but the cows always came first. You know, and Doug and I were talking about that the other day, that my grandparents all had farms, and when we'd be there for dinner, or if we spend the night, you know, both my grandpas would, when they got home from work, the first thing they did is they came in and they either changed their clothes or changed their shoes and put their boots on, and they went out and did chores, because the animals always got fed before they sat down to eat. And as an adult, I totally understand another aspect of that. Um, for me, would be at the age I'm at right now. Once I came in and sat down and got comfortable in my favorite chair or my recliner, you know how hard it would be for me to get up. So I totally get that. And, but yeah, the animals always came first. Absolutely. Chart of Heart, good morning. I made it for the first time in over a month. Woohoo! Everybody saying good mornings. And again, if I've missed anybody, I'm reading my chat on two devices here. So if I've missed anybody, just say hey, and I'll hopefully see you that time. My flower gardens are on their last leg. Fall is here, and the flowers are just like, they're getting so tired. And it's always a sad time for me to let go of the flower gardens, because I enjoy them so much. I'm still picking tomatoes out of my vegetable garden, and so I did have 2 heads of broccoli. My broccoli came back and rallied and produced 2 heads of broccoli. I had my lettuce. The deer ate all my spinach, so I didn't get any of that. I had some Swiss chard and green beans. I've been picking green beans. And I've had a couple of cucumbers. My squash, the bugs ate the plant, and it's kind of coming back, but I think it's too late now for it to do anything with the cooler weather setting in. And I love tomatoes. I love fresh tomatoes. Oh my gosh. I'll eat store tomatoes, but they're just not the same, right? They're just not the same. The flavor is so much more when you're picking them fresh. Let's see here. All right. Everybody's saying hellos. We are looking forward to our camping trip at Johnny's meetup. Um, I'm just really worried about Buddy barking too much. I'm hoping he doesn't bark. He's very food reactive. So what I'm going to do, his favorite snack is club crackers, and that's easy for me to carry. So I'm going to take me a box of tuna and my own box of club crackers for me to have snacks, and for either lunch or supper or both. Sometimes that might be my breakfast. I don't know. But that way I have food when I need it. If I need to take asthma medication, I have to eat. If I have to have pain medication, I have to eat. So that way, um, I have that where I can just eat when I need to, and it doesn't have to be a big full meal. It can just be a snack. I really like that the club crackers nowadays make the snack packs instead of the big long tube of crackers. It's a short tube of crackers, and that's just enough for me and Buddy to share. I can take one of those crackers and break it up into 3 or 4 pieces, and so he can have like 6 bites, and he's only eaten 2 little crackers. So that works out pretty good for him. And so that's what I'm going to take. So if he smells food, um, he can have some crackers, and that should satisfy him because at home that satisfies him. So we'll see. We'll see. It's his first camping trip with us. We did buy Betty some diapers. Um, 3 days in a row, he wet the bed. 3 nights in a row, he wet the bed. So he's usually really good about waking us up when he needs to go out. So um, we bought him some bedtime diapers, and that's worked out pretty good so far. It's worked out pretty good. And he kept it on. And so we figure we'll just do that as a safeguard. And then if he doesn't use it, we'll take it off. He doesn't wear them during the day. We'll take it off, and if it was the clean one we took off, then he can wear the same one again, because that's adding another expense into the budget. He's totally worth it. I don't begrudge it at all, but that way we're not just throwing them away when they haven't been used or utilized, whatever you want to say. And he didn't mind him at all. He doesn't mind him at all. He's worn him before when we went on a trip to my mom's and we stayed in a guest bed. Um, I was just like, I would be mortified if he wets the bed and we're a guest in someone's home, right? And he wore them then for 4 days, and he didn't care. So I knew he wouldn't care. But yeah, so we got wet wipes too. So if he does use his diaper, then I can just wipe him down and make sure he's not going to get irritated. Um, Although he did use one, and he was still dry when I took it off, and I felt him, and I actually gave him a bath. But before his bath, I felt him, and he was totally dry. But I just don't want him getting irritated. There's Ivan K. Good morning. Debbie says, "Oh, buddy." Sandra says, "I couldn't put Chubb in diapers. He wouldn't let us." Well, Chubb was a big, big dog. Buddy's pretty little, so it only takes me. It doesn't take 2 of us either. He's pretty patient, unless you're trying to trim his nails, and then he is not patient. Good morning, Lily. Let's see. Christina picked tomatoes and cucumber yesterday. Nice. Nice. Doug gave somebody a ride home from work the other day, and so they gave him a little box of tomatoes. And boy, I've been working on those too. Yum, yum, yum. Yum. Char of Heart says, "I have more new types of art on my channel." Go check out her channel, everybody. Um, Char of Heart is awesome. All right, checking my chat over there. So, just a reminder to everybody that it is a good morning, not just as a greeting, good morning, but it is actually a good morning. We're going to make it a good morning, and we're going to make it a good day, because every day is what we make it, right? And absolutely. Wake up, decide you're going to have a good day, and have the best day possible. And people need to realize, and it's a way of thinking, right? Having a good day doesn't have to mean that everything goes perfectly well and falls into place. It just means, you're choosing to have a good day. Um, don't see the glass half empty, see the glass half full kind of thing, right? Try to put a positive spin on everything. You hear me say a lot. Well, it could have been worse, right? So when I'm talking about our own things that are happening and going on that life throws at you, right? We get thrown a lot of curveballs here at this house. I'll just put it that way. So we are in the habit of making the best of every situation because with my health, I've had to learn to do that, or I would just be in depression and despair all the time. And that's a choice I made like 25 years ago, was how am I going to handle this? Because I was not feeling well. I was not in a good place mentally because my whole life changed, and with because of my health. And I had to learn to accept that I can't do all the things I used to do, while at the same time accepting that doing what I'm able to do now is still having a good day. And it's a good day because I am able to do the things I'm able to do, right? If that makes any sense. So, yeah, we went and caught a sunset last night, and it was a spur of the moment. We were actually trying to catch the moon setting because I haven't been able to get moon pictures the last couple of nights. We're in the new moon, um, but I didn't see it anywhere in the sky. So, but the sun was setting. So we stopped and we did a sunset video. It's only about 12 minutes long, but I got the best shot. We were out of town, but we just pulled off the highway, not into a parking lot, but we pulled off the highway into a drive that led to a business, which was closed for the evening because this was like 8 o'clock, 8:20, somewhere in there. So we weren't in their parking lot. We stayed on the road, which technically we think was their driveway, but we just stopped there. I got the tripod out, we set up the camera, and I started filming. And they're between me and the sun. Now, the sun was a long ways off in the distance, but in front of us, between the camera and the sun, um, was the most beautiful glow on a field. Now, I I love foxtail. I love wild grasses. I think they're beautiful, and I'm even going to grow some foxtail in my flower garden next year because I think it's beautiful. There was foxtail in the fields, and I call it the evening glow, right? The evening glow where everything is just glowing and glorious because the sun is setting. And the field was glowing. Those foxtail heads were just glowing. And so I took a 3-minute video of just that. I I stopped filming the sun and I just put the camera on that field, and it was the most glorious, beautiful experience I have had in probably 6 months. And it was just beautiful. Now, will other people think my field of foxtail is beautiful? A lot of people consider it weeds. I don't know if they will or not, but I thought it was absolutely amazing and beautiful. And I'm so thankful that I got to see that. So I filmed that for 3 minutes, and then I turned the camera off and I went back to the sunset and finished my sunset video. But yeah, so I was very happy. Yes, I got it on camera. The video of it is prettier than the pictures that I took. So I in my editor I can extract photographs from my videos. So I will extract some photographs photographs from that to see if they're are prettier than my actual photos I took, and if they are, then I'll save those. But I'm very grateful that we got to go do that. Christina's got to go. Thank you for being here. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Wait a minute. Oh, Lily says I have a new short of Pippi on my channel. I love Pippi. Pippi is awesome. Pippi is awesome. See here. I'm looking through my chat here. Rose said I had a little brown bat hanging off the eaves yesterday. That was awesome. Well, depends on if you like bats, but bats are good. Bats are good. I would have found that exciting. We have lots of bats here, but bats eat a lot of mosquitoes. A lot of mosquitoes. So I am very thankful for bats. And the swallows, the purple martins, eat a lot of mosquitoes as well. So I'm always happy when I see them kind of swarming in the evenings. I'm always happy because I know they're eating mosquitoes. So yay! Yay! Let's see. Nancy's back. Welcome back. Yes, Charm Heart says bat around the house, but not in the house, but around the house. Always seems to be a great thing. A lot less pests around. Absolutely. See here, I'm scrolling. Christina's got to clock in. Rose says it can have all the bugs it wants. Oh, yeah. Sanders reminding me of something. We haven't even run this, and we're almost out of time. What is going on? Because we're all happy people around here, right? We are. So let's happy dance. Yeah. Awesome. Charm Heart's talking about, Charm Heart and I understand each other so well because we both have issues that can keep us from doing the things that we want to do. And she says, same, Ava, even if what you can do is still a struggle, it's good you can even attempt it, right? And there's days to months, sometimes even when the usual cannot be done. Find that one thing you can do no matter what. That's right. It helps against depression and communing with those that understand and don't put big demands upon you, right? So, what you see with me and with Doug is what you get. We are not pretending anything on our channel. We are just ourselves. And the only difference when you meet me in person is going to be that I will have limitations on what I'm able to physically do. I also, with my lupus, one of my symptoms is I am allergic to the sun. That's the truth. I am allergic to the sun. So, there may be times in a meetup I can't go do the things that other people are doing because of that. I have to manage what I'm doing. My skin will crack and bleed, literally. I get rashes, but it affects me internally as well. It can affect my joints and make me really sore, things like that. So I will have to be careful when we're out camping. The good thing is it's not in the middle of summer, which would be the worst on me to be out. Um, so yeah, yeah. Oh no! Oh, car junkie! I lost the key and fob to my pickup while mowing with the last key I had. So it cost $84 to get a new one. Oh, my son Tom, he lost his key, and it cost about the same for him to get a new key as well. Yeah, darn! I'm sorry about that. Lily says that field in the sunset sounds wonderful. She can't wait to see it. Um, Trev Hart says the whole scene. I want to try to draw it with my new art stuff. That would be amazing, right? Let's see. Sandra says this year I will be doing videos with just my phone. You know, that's usually what I film with. I have done almost my whole YouTube channel filming wise on this phone. My sunsets, everything. I can't do the moon stuff on my phone. I did use the camera last night and not my phone. Doug prefers to use the camera all the time when he films. I actually prefer my phone. But it's different for everybody, right? The Bud Files, good morning. Thanks for being here. Let's see. Whoops. There we go. Okay. Stop. My chat's like jumping around. There's Taco Detector. Good morning from Chile. Good morning and thanks for being here. Thank you very much. Let's see. Okay, everybody's saying good morning. Okay, that's where I was. Sandra says, same here, Ava. I am just me. Charv Hart says, we love that most about our tribal family on here. Okar Junkie said, YouTube University helped me reprogram the new key. That is awesome. That is awesome. Oh, Charv Hart says, I was writing a semi-fictional book called Daylight Allergy. So Doug and I are working on, that reminds me, Doug and I are working on our first collaboration as a book, and he's already got another idea for an upcoming book. And I don't know, we at one point we each wrote a short story, a children's book, and I had it, we had them written, and the next step is I've had the windows open, y'all, so my nose is like it's like allergies. What'd you open the window for? Well, because it's beautiful outside. That's what I open my windows for. My body does not thank me. um, it was to get them illustrated, but that was years ago, and I don't know where they are now. So we're gonna have to think of some more. But Doug is full of good ideas. He's really got good ideas. Um, Charvehart says, I have some of the symptoms that are in the start of that book. Nancy's got to go. Yes, we're on overtime here. we need to get going also. Thank you all for being here. Uh, that would be great, Char of Heart. Absolutely. My email is in my about page, or it's as simple as our channel name. It's Ava Potterfield and Friends at gmail.com. All right. Well, I don't know that I got to everything I meant to get to today. That's okay. It saves some stuff for Monday, right? Everybody, thank you so very much for being here and for just being you. Um, we think you all are just amazing. There's Risa. Good morning. We think you all are amazing and fun, and you add to our lives so much. YouTube has been such a blessing. It has helped me with my positivity. And there's been times that it was not, it got a little rough. But YouTube as a whole for us has been a very positive, uplifting experience. And it's because of you guys. It's because of you guys, because of all of you. And I can't even put into words any more than that you guys are just amazing. And we really do care about you. So always remember, you are amazing. You are awesome. You are here for a reason. You are wonderfully made. And you deserve happiness. We all deserve happiness. And we wish that for all of you. If you are struggling right now, just know that you're not alone. We all struggle from time to time. Some of us struggle with things most of the time. Um, I think I pushed a button. I'm hoping I didn't. Okay, there we go. Um, but if you're struggling right now, just know you're not alone. You are not alone. And you are loved. So hang on with all you've got and never give up. Let's make today a good morning and a great day. Love y'all. Have a wonderful rest of the day. See you around in the chat.